Good morning, everybody. This is a very short video. My name is Clive Thompson. I've been investing money for 50 years in equities and other things, and I'm doing a series of videos to teach other people how to invest in equities, which equities to choose, how to choose them, how to make money in equities, of course, and how not to make the mistakes I've made in my career or the things to look out for. So today I'm going to just answer one question that I've received from one of my viewers. It came in the comments. And I'll try and answer that for you, which is, how can I justify investing in XYZ company or XYZ index when the price is much higher than what I could have bought it a year ago? Well, first of all, my answer to that is you shouldn't be looking at the old price. Which price do you think is the correct price at the moment? Do you think it's the old price which was the correct one? Or do you think that the correct price is the one now? Now, unfortunately, we're a world where the brain seeks patterns even where there's randomness. So whenever you're looking at prices or charts or patterns or old prices, there's something in the brain telling us there must be a pattern here somewhere. You may not know it's happening, but it's going on. And that's why many people are reluctant to pay more for something that they could have had cheaper 6 months ago, a year ago, or whatever. They like to pay the lowest price. They like to believe they bought at the lowest price possible. But what was the correct price? Was the price of a year ago the correct price? Or is it today's price the correct price? Well, there's no perfect answer to that, because tomorrow's price will be different from today's. So all I can say is you have to forget about the old price when you're buying something and look at today's price and say, how does the value of what I'm getting compare with the price I'm paying for what I'm getting? If the price is below what it's worth, you've got yourself a bargain. So to illustrate that, let's assume that you see, let's say a dress. You're a lady, you see a dress in the shop, and the price of the dress is, I know, it's reduced from $1,000, reduced to $50, and you think, oh, that's a nice bargain. I think I'll have that, but I haven't got money in my pocket. I'll come back tomorrow. And the next day you go back, and the sale's finished, and they've checked, but they've got the same dress in the window, and it's now $1,000. Well, you're thinking, that's not really worth $1,000. I don't want to buy that. And then the Easter sale comes along, and they have another sale, and this time the dress has been reduced to $200 from $1,000. Now, do you buy it because it's a bargain at $200, or do you say, I could have bought it 6 months ago at $100, so I'm not going to do it? Well, if it's still worth to you, let's say it's worth $1,000 or $500, if it's still worth that much money, why would you not pay the $200, even though $200 is more than you could have had it? But you can't stand around waiting and praying that it will go back to the price you saw 6 months or a year ago. It's like buying a house. When you buy a house, do you say, oh, well, this house in 1950 cost $1,000 and now it's $500,000, so I'm not buying it. I'm going to wait till it gets back to the 1950s price. No, you don't. You say, the value of a house to me is the value to live in it, and there's lots of other choices, but they're all $500,000, so you buy it. The same applies to equities. If you've made up your mind that something is worth more than the price at which it's quoted, don't sit around waiting and praying for a better price. But what you can do, this is my strategy, I have explained this in another video, what you can do is buy 1/3 of a position. And this is what I always do. When I buy a stock, I invest 33% of what I plan to invest at the end of the day. And that gives me, well, it helps me, because if the stock goes up, that 33% over a couple of years will quickly become 100% and more. By the way, I don't ever advise selling a stock for less than 100% gain unless the circumstances have changed. So if I buy it and it goes up, well, I don't have to buy any more if I don't feel like it, but at least I've got that 33% working, and I can say what a clever man I am by choosing that investment. If, on the other hand, it goes down, I can say, what a clever man I am for not investing all my money. I can buy another chunk, and I can buy another 33% at a lower price, and I can put a limit, and then I can even come back a third time if I want to, maybe in a few weeks, months after that, if I like the price in a few months' time. But obviously, if I've got 2/3 invested and then the stock turns around and starts to rise in price, I'll pretty soon be back to 100% investment, and won't take long before I'm in profit. Now, I'm just going to talk about selling stocks and buying stocks. My view is that if you buy a stock, you shouldn't be buying it unless you expect in the next 5 to 10 years to make at least 100% profit. Obviously, it's nice to make a lot more, but I say at least. So if you think the stock price will still be roughly where it is in 5 years' time, it's probably not the greatest investment. One thing to remember about stocks is don't put all your money into one stock. You diversify across many stocks. When you have lots and lots of stocks, the worst that can happen to any one of them is it goes to zero. You lose 100%. But there's no limit to how much a stock can go up. Absolutely no limit. It can go up 100%, 200%, 300%. So if half your stocks go down and half your stocks go up, collectively, over time, you're going to come out a winner, because the worst that's ever going to happen to your losers is that they're going to go to zero. But the best that's going to happen to your winners is some of them will do a lot more than 100%. So logically, you'll come out on top. There are other reasons why stocks will drift upwards, which is a subject of another video. So anyway, I hope you liked what I've got to say. If you want to get into a stock which has risen in price a lot and you're feeling reluctant because you don't like the price, compare that price with the value, and if it's still lower than the value, don't be afraid, put in a third and then see how you feel, whether you want to go to the next level. So like, subscribe and comment, and I'll answer all your questions in the comments if I can. I'm Clive Thompson. Goodbye.